evening, Washington High School class of 2020. Welcome to the 138th graduation ceremony of Sioux Falls Public Schools. Today we gather to honor Washington High School's graduating class of 2020. My name is Dan Conrad, and it is my honor and a privilege to be the principal of Washington High School. As we begin our ceremony, I would like to take a moment to recognize and thank the Washington High School Band, Orchestra, and choir members under the direction of Mrs. Kylie Coyne, Mrs. Carla Chiarello, and Mr. Jeff Spencer for the music they have and will be providing for today's commencement ceremony. As we respect the acknowledgement of each student and their hard work, I would like to provide a brief reminder regarding the appropriate protocol for a formal program such as virtual graduation. We encourage you to celebrate and use noisemakers as you hear your graduate's name read at home. At this time, I would like to recognize our distinguished guests that are here with us today. School Board President, Mrs. Cynthia Mickelson, and Superintendent of the Sioux Falls Public Schools, Dr. Brian Maher.
Hello, seniors in the class of 2020. It's truly an honor to talk to you as you conclude your high school careers. What a ride you have endured, you've overcome, and you've embraced. You're leaving high school at a curious time in our nation's history, a time of uncertainty and a time of opportunity. I contend you are leaving high school at a great time, and success will follow you. At his second inaugural address to Congress, Abraham Lincoln stated, "The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present." The occasion is piled high with difficulty, and we must rise with the occasion. As our case is new, we must think anew and act anew. Now, it seems to me as though those words were written for this time in our current reality. But this is your time to address the stormy present. Use your skills, use the perseverance you have developed, and adapt as you have shown you can in your short lives. This is your future. You will determine the new dogmas required for success. You've already proven you are resilient. You've already proven you can persevere. You've already proven you can adapt and adjust. You're on a great path to achieve and succeed. Congratulations on what you have already accomplished, and best of luck as you conquer new worlds. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the President of the Sioux Falls School District Board of Education, Mrs. Cynthia Mickelson.
Congratulations to the Washington High School class of 2020. Good evening, graduates. My name is Cynthia Mickelson, and it is an honor to serve as President of the Board of Education for the Sioux Falls School District. I appreciate your understanding as I speak to you virtually instead of physically handing you your diplomas. I feel privileged to work for this district, and some days this job is easier than others. The boundaries discussion and the resignation of Dr. Maher have been hard, but the hardest day was the day we knew school would be closed through the remaining part of the year. Our greatest strength is our people and making connections, so how could we do this, not being able to meet in person? The answer became very clear as your amazing teachers and the entire staff at Sioux Falls School District rose to the challenge and continued to provide resources to our students. As I sat down to write this speech, there were many thoughts that came to mind. However, I want to focus on how proud we as a district are of your accomplishments during this unprecedented time. Your tenacity and grit will help you in life as much as learning about Algebra 2. Many years ago, I played point guard in basketball, and you learn early on that you never pick up your dribble unless you know where you are going to pass the ball or take the shot. And when COVID-19 hit, we were faced with a giant defender that we could not see around. So we had to plant that pivot foot and look for other solutions. Your agility to change course, partnered with a positive attitude, will carry you far and allow you to be responsive and nimble, not reactive. I'd like to encourage you to focus on what you can control or influence, mainly your emotions. Sometimes we have to realize the only way through a situation is to wait and be patient until the storm passes. The Sioux Falls School District has given you a great educational foundation, but we are most excited to see what you accomplish after you leave our schools. Our hope is that we have provided you with diversity of thought and experiences throughout your time with us, but that you also understand and have empathy for your neighbor whose experience may not have been as positive as yours. The ability to empathize and understand other perspectives will allow you to always work through differences. So if you have heard nothing else from me today, please remember to put yourself in someone else's situation and work towards resolution, not confrontation. In closing, I would like to ask you to continue to be a student, and I do not mean to stay in school forever. I mean to continue to challenge yourself, educate yourself, listen to others, be open to new experiences and other opinions, keep learning, engage, listen, continue to improve yourself, and show up. And never, ever settle for less than you deserve, because you are worth it. Congratulations, the class of 2020.
We are now pleased to feature the Washington High School Concert Choir under the direction of Mr. Jeffrey Spencer. They will be performing Can We Sing the Darkness into Light by Kyle Peterson. Thank you, Mr. Spencer and concert choir members. Our commencement speakers for today were selected through an audition process from several excellent addresses written by members of the senior class. I am pleased to introduce our first commencement address entitled Improvise, Adapt, and Overcome to Succeed by Isaiah Rivera.
Good evening, first and foremost, to the class of 2020. To family, friends, staff, teachers, and distinguished guests. We have come a long way, especially through the unusual last leg of our journey, but we have succeeded. I want to begin this with a question. How do we define success? Is it money, or is it happiness that makes us successful? At Washington High School, we have been guided on our journey to success by the 4 pillars of the Circle of Courage: belonging, independence, mastery, and generosity. All of us in the warrior community have faced situations that have helped us succeed in meeting each part of these values that we share as warriors and in our personal lives. There's a story I want to share. This is a story about a young boy and girl. His name is Francisco. He was born in 1968 and raised in a very poor family in the countryside of El Salvador. He was rejected by his father and was constantly reminded how much he was hated by him. He was loved by all his employers though, and admired by his neighbors for his strong work ethic. At the age of 12 in 1980, his country descended into a 12-year civil war that left the country torn and scarred. Her name is Maria Elizabeth. She was born in 1971 and grew up during the time when the first cartel was formed. Her country was run by corrupt politicians who killed to get what they wanted. They never knew of a life where they would fear nothing, but even though they both lived in terribly run countries, they overcame everyday problems. Francisco left El Salvador at the age of 20 and immigrated to the United States. Elizabeth immigrated to the United States with 3 children of her own. Now, both Elizabeth and Francisco are watching their son graduate in the year 2020. Both lived in violent countries where they could have stayed and lived a boring, normal life, but they chose to overcome challenges and to achieve their goals. That, to me, is success. In the Marine Corps, there's a saying: improvise, adapt, and overcome. Just like my parents who had to improvise as they started their new lives. At times we improvise, like with our speeches in speech class, because we never practiced them as we should have and left it for the period before. We adapted because on our first day at Washington, we weren't the top grade anymore. We had to start at the bottom of the food chain and work our way up. We overcame great challenges, such as homework, a secret staircase that always smelled funny, and even overcame the fear that one day we might trip and fall down the grand staircase. This talk about success reminds me of the WHS mission statement, which is to develop lifelong learners to succeed in a changing world. This is a place where we learned the basic skills necessary to succeed. We learned all we needed and were given all the tools necessary. All that remains is if each one of us is willing to use them. Just like my parents, there are people out there every day who succeed because a long time ago they overcame difficulties and achieved their goals. And one day, that could be us. Now, class of 2020, I ask, what is our definition of success? If it's money, go for it. If it's being the owner of your own company, go for it. Even if it's something small that means absolutely nothing to no anyone but you, and even if nobody will ever know about it, still go for it. From this day forward, we all depart on different routes. Most of us will go to college. Some will join the workforce. Others will join the military. No matter which of these choices we each make, we are guided by the values instilled in us as warriors. And as a result, we are sure to find our path to success and what lies ahead. As I stated, in the Marine Corps there's a saying: improvise, adapt, and overcome. I want every single one of us to improvise when we are faced with situations where we have to think on our feet. I want us to adapt to change, and most of all, I want us to overcome challenges and difficulties. I want us to achieve our goals and our dreams. But above all else, I want us to succeed. It has been my pleasure to be here and address this wonderful class, family and friends, the staff, guests, and everybody here. And to all I tell you, no matter where you are, no matter what you do, no matter what you become, be successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Isaiah. Our next speaker is Blake Anderson, giving his commencement address, "The World We Built Around Us, a tribute to the class of 2020.
To the faculty, family, and friends in attendance, welcome. And to the class of 2020, congratulations. It was in no way, shape, or form easy to be able to achieve this, especially with our given circumstances. However, the class of 2020 has a history of unfortunate circumstances. For example, a thunderstorm occurred on August 20th, 2007, our first day of kindergarten. As the raindrops fell over our tiny heads, we only knew few things in life. We knew that, according to High School Musical, we were all in this together, whatever that meant. We may not remember this day as well as our parents, but in our defense, we had no idea what was going on. And as we said goodbye to our parents, some of whom embraced the melancholic nature outside and shed a few tears themselves, we geared up for the first days of our formal K-12 education. For many of us, this was the first time that we had been around our peers in a classroom setting. We read in groups, had Star of the Week, and learned basic addition and subtraction. And we learned other practical things too. For instance, if you put snow on the playground slide at recess, you will slide down so fast that you practically fly off. Some teachers monitoring at recess called us reckless as we soared off of the equipment, but we didn't care. Another practical kindergarten lesson: if you were in sync with the person swinging next to you, you were married subsequently. It was a simpler time. For us, at least. We were not cognizant of the world around us because we built our world around us. At that time, our world consisted of such simple things, and we learned how to depend on one another. And this world we made our own changed with us. It learned with us, it grew with us. It saw the election of the first African American president. It saw the BP oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, and it saw the Great Recession of 2008. The world we thought we knew was constantly changing around us, and we often didn't even know it. Fast forward to middle school. Ask any kid who went to Whittier about the day where all of the fire alarms got pulled, and you'll be met with an exciting story. Or ask any Patrick Henry kid about the time where the power went out during Junior Achievement Day, and you'll be given a story of confusion and hilarity. At this time, we learned that things can go wrong quite easily, but we had to persist as the grown-ups in our life continued to guide us. Surely enough, we got through it. And in time, we found our way to Washington, where on our first day of freshman year, the windows in the Commons were vandalized. This explicit christening welcomed us to the end of our public education. Washington was a place for us to grow. We made mistakes, and other times we failed entirely. We grew stressed with the ambition to succeed. Yet, sometimes we found success in odd places, such as the Dakota Dome in beautiful Vermilion, South Dakota. More importantly, we made friends. These were the people we resided with for our time at Washington, sharing open lunch, freshman study hall, and much more. These were the people we thought we would cross the stage with in May of 2020. We walked out of Washington on Friday the 13th of March without knowing what we had left behind. Our school had closure, and we didn't. Then, together, we lamented the loss of so much. The best moments of our lives seemed to fade before us. I consider myself lucky to even be giving a commencement address for the greatest cohort I could have asked for. However, as our past shows, we are not the sort that gets deterred by our given circumstances. We are warriors in the truest sense of the name. No thunderstorm, fire alarm, nor vandalism, not even a global pandemic can stop the class of 2020. And in the end, the greatest lesson we learned at Washington proved to be taught outside of the classroom. We learned how to prosper in the face of adversity. And we learned how to not do it alone. As I said earlier, we once built our world around us, blissfully unaware of the world's problems. Now, I say to the class of 2020, the world is a scary place, but it's our turn to do something about it. Teen activist and author Lauren Hogg states it only takes one voice to change the world. That voice could be yours. The class of 2020 will change the world. and we are prepared to succeed because of everything Washington gave to us. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Thank you, Blake. As you've heard, Washington High has a number of talented individuals, and we are grateful to Isaiah and Blake for sharing their thoughts. Tonight, we come together from our homes to acknowledge and celebrate the accomplishments of Washington High School's class of 2020. Near or far, it is always a great day to be a warrior, wherever you are. 4 years ago, we entered the halls of Washington High School together. I was in my first year as principal, and you were entering WHS for the first time as a wide-eyed freshman. I think we were both a little uncertain as to what the future would hold for us. Little did we know that we would be welcomed with some colorful graphics on the windows of our commons on the very first day of school. I also don't think any of us could have predicted the events of this past year that have led us to our very first virtual graduation ceremony. Today's commencement ceremony provides us an opportunity to reflect on the memories we've created, to think about the influence we have had on those around you, and to thank those who have supported you along the way, and to recognize your contributions to the rich history and proud tradition of Washington High School. Today, we acknowledge the footprint of the class of 2020. In reflecting on how we arrived here today, there were many things that had to happen, some of which were not in our favor. And that is where the competitive spirit of being a Washington Warrior shines through. For this was not the first time Washington Warriors have been referred to as superior competitors, nor will it be the last. When I think about the traits of a warrior, there are 5 that rise to the top of the list. The first is that warriors are always reflective. We look internally first when success is not immediately apparent. Warriors have an unquenchable work ethic. We are willing to do the work. Warriors demonstrate superior initiative, and we always believe we will win, as we are eternally optimistic. Most importantly, warriors embody the 4 pillars of the circle of courage: belonging, independence, mastery, and generosity. As warriors, you competed academically every day. As warriors, the class of 2020 was able to achieve the following academic successes: 127 Regent Scholars, 114 Presidential Education Award winners, 83 National Honor Society members, 90 Sioux Falls AP Achievement Award winners, 26 of you were AP Scholars, 22 AP Scholars with honor, 5 AP Scholars with distinction, and 1 of you was a National AP Scholar. 20 of you have maintained a perfect 4.0 GPA during your high school career, and 1 of you was a National Merit Scholar. The class of 2020 can be proud of the academic footprint you have left behind because you chose to compete. Not only did the class of 2020 realize success in the classroom, they have also much to be proud of because they chose to compete by getting involved. Beginning with their very first day of classes last fall, the class of 2020 demonstrated they were going to seize every moment of their senior year. I remember as the sun was rising that first day of school, pulling into the school lot and thinking about the final details that I had to take care of to ensure everyone's first day was a success. The class of 2020 was already a step ahead of me in demonstrating how they would leave their mark on Washington. As I pulled into the lot that morning, I saw a large group of seniors tailgating at 6 a.m. They had food, games, music, and somehow the word had already gotten out as they had Superintendent Maher mingling for photo ops long before the bells had ever rung to start the day. In that moment, it became clear to me that the class of 2020 was going to be an involved set of warriors who were going to bring the excitement and energy of Warrior Nation with them everywhere they traveled. Whether you competed with or cheered on your Warrior classmates, as a united Warrior family, your extracurricular accomplishments included 13 state titles during your 4 years at Washington High School. There were 4 state titles this year: boys bowling, girls bowling, competitive cheer, and of course, competitive dance continued their excellence by earning their 11th state title in 12 years. This past year, we had 2 state runners-up, boys soccer and our debate team. We had 36 South Dakota High School Activities Association All Academic Conference Award winners, numerous individual All-Metro Conference awards, 3 All-State Orchestra participants, 5 All-State Band, and 1 All-State Jazz Band. We had 20 All-State Choir participants, 23 DECA National Qualifiers, and a record number of 13 National Qualifiers in debate. We had 4 National Qualifiers in Oral and Terp, and we had a 2020 State Outstanding Student Council Award. Warriors, be proud of the footprint you left behind because you had the courage to compete and be involved warriors. The class of 2020 has demonstrated mastery in academics and activities. However, you also knew there was more to life. You felt compelled to be masterful at giving back to others. The class of 2020 competed tirelessly to share the generous heart they had been blessed with. As Oprah Winfrey once stated, to move forward, you have to give back. You are a class that has given thousands of hours of community service back to the community of Sioux Falls. You have raised thousands of dollars for those in need, including Children's Miracle Network, Special Olympics, Project Warm Up, Autism Awareness, local nursing homes, and the banquet. As warriors, you have raised money to provide Thanksgiving meals for our students and families of Washington High School. You have volunteered countless hours to serve others at school through Warrior Reads Together program, Link Crew leadership, student ambassadors, mentoring and peer tutoring, and salsa. The rich history and proud traditions of Washington High School are built on students like you, students who have brought our great logo, the Circle of Courage, to life. The class of 2020 has an impressive list of accomplishments. I also know that Washington High School is so much more than a list of accomplishments. We are bigger than the person with the title of principal or valedictorian. The body and spirit of being a warrior is carried by everyone who passes through the halls of Washington High School. Warriors, know that your legacy will not merely be measured by the championship banners you have hung in the gym or the scholarships you have earned. Your influence is far more extensive, and for that, we say thank you for being generous warriors. Today, we celebrate the 112th year of Washington High School and the Warrior Way. It is today that you are able to call yourselves Warrior alumni. Warriors continue to compete, have the courage to take risks, the courage to belong, and the courage to serve others. Pay it forward and always compete for those around you and for yourself. Congratulations on your success, and remember, it is always a great day to be a warrior. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride that I present to you the graduating class of 2020. Reading the names of class members will be Assistant Principals Mrs. Rachel Eggers-Ferry and Mr. Preston Koima. Please prepare for the presentation of the diplomas.
Ahmed Abdulrahman.
Hiba Abdelrahman.
Ali Abdi.
Abdirrahim Abdirrahim.
Sifa Abiya.
Hannah Adams.
Madeline Ielts.
Ardadi Agina.
Henry Aguilar Portillo.
Eliana Ielts.
Carrie Ajak.
Awut Akat.
Coben Alarkensides.
Daniel Alberts.
Alexis Albertus.
Angel Ailman.
Jacqueline Ailman.
Aliza Ali.
Beatrice Alamasi.
Rusal Al-Shara.
Sarahi Alvarez.
Naigusinga Ameline.
Anna Anderson.
Blake Anderson.
Iam Angelo.
Carlos Enzora Sanchez.
Dylan Auk.
Kiera Augustus.
Susili Avia.
Henry Josiah Ai.
Logan Baker.
Abel Balihu.
Samuel Ball.
Skylar Baltz.
Kylie Banabong.
Leah Barber.
Amy Barnett.
Tate Barnhart.
Joanna Barria Hidalgo,
Daisy Barrera Mendoza,
Benjamin Bartling,
Alicia Bartolone,
Sebastian Bastida,
William Bauer,
Teddy Bagbo,
Regan Beck,
Stumile Bembe,
Jeremy Benson,
Dylan Bew,
Morgan Bischoff,
Ashok Biswa,
Mercy Bita,
Corbin Blaze,
Anthony Bonebreak,
Kiana Bonrud,
Brianna Bostic,
Jillian Bowie,
Caitlin Boyd,
Alyssa Branson,
Nicolene Bridgman,
Carter Brown,
Hazen Brown,
Joe Daniel Brown,
Bridget Brunwick,
Alyssa Buckles,
Caden Budd,
Angelina Bukaru,
Emma Booman,
Stefan Burkhart,
Cody Burmeister,
Jackson Butler,
Yusiraika Cubado,
James Cagney,
Chloe Sardo,
William Sarda,
Anthony Cardona,
Randy Cardona,
Enrique Carrion,
Amy Sentes,
Robe Shala,
Rebecca Champ,
Mary Christensen,
Brady Christoffels,
Alicia Chuan,
Adam Clancy,
Darius Cooper,
Jameson Corkins,
Brianna Coaster,
Kylie Kramer,
Braden Crownover,
Dee Dee Maria D. Almeida,
David Danilko,
Langa David,
Braden Davis,
Esther Davis Baker,
Brooke DeBeer,
Jared DeBoer,
Mark Demchuk,
Mark DeRue,
Dustin DeSmit,
Afton DeWitt,
Brandon Dickens,
Shelby Deedy,
Malia Doctor,
Gracious Doe,
Ethan Dooley,
Macy Drenth,
Isaac Dreyer,
Isabella Driscoll,
Sita Dulal,
Terrence Dupai,
Carolyn Dwyer,
Jacob Dye,
Thomas Ibrahim,
Belderin Idy,
Ali El Kafifi,
Andrew Ellis,
Jack Elwine,
Cassidy Aliyah,
Melody Engler,
Christian Escobar Sarabia,
Cody Estes,
Alexis Fenhouse,
Tanner Flickama,
Rayanne Flock,
Jose Flores,
Alexis Flores Maldonado,
Cassandra Fox,
Austin Frank,
Peyton Frere,
Yamunga Frederick,
Carrie Fremont,
Aaliyah French,
Zachary First,
Yak Gabriel,
Durga Gajmer,
Boyo Gale,
Joseph Gatluck,
Jacob Gebauer,
Sultan Gibra Korkos,
Salome Gebra Michael,
Robel Gubringas,
Yobel Gebra Salisi,
Calvin George,
Naomi Geztru,
Nathan Gilbertson,
Kaya Joris,
Jack Glenn,
Jacob Glovich,
Selena Gonzalez,
Mary Gonzalez,
Austin Gregor,
Hayden Gross,
Tucker Gross,
Arpana Gurung,
Tara Gurung,
Lowell Hagenson,
Cassidy Haberman,
Easton Hackett,
Braden Hagan,
Matthew Haynes,
Evan Hammer,
Logan Hansen,
Evis Hargu Kiza,
Emily Harmon,
Michael Hayden,
Jacob Hine,
Mason Helm,
Lauren Helmbrecht,
Isaiah Henderson,
Uciel Hernandez Garcia,
Kevin Hernandez Umana,
Liana Heiber,
Ariel Henriksen,
Hannah Hockenberry,
Brianna Hoff,
Kayla Holliday,
Ivy Holseville,
Josephina Hopkins,
Alexis Huber,
Noah Huck,
Carly Huther,
Grace Huft,
Blaine Hewitt,
Bryce Hewitt,
Autumn Hollinger,
Cole Holstein,
Elise Hayes,
Edward Ivanchuk,
Kelly Janis,
Catherine Jansen,
Chloe Jellis,
Jamie Jensen,
Crystal Jimenez Soto,
JC Johansson,
Cole Johnson,
Emma Johnson,
Haley Johnson,
India Johnson,
Jasmine Johnson,
Morgan Johnson,
Ayol Joke,
Jason Jones,
Parker Jones,
Jacob Jungaward,
Kat Juak,
Ellie Kabuti,
Emily Cannonberg,
Carson Campenman,
Alicia Karki,
Kushal Catwall,
Kirby Kennedy,
Dylan Kenobi Allman,
Angela Kadanam,
Isaiah Kixey,
Kajurston Klockman,
Martin Kloster,
Hayden Knoblik,
Jonathan Knorr,
Hunter Kogel,
JC Koma,
Pekrin Kang,
Isotu Kune,
Nyakuth Koang,
Ivy Kraft,
Madeline Kringen,
Nicholas Christensen,
Isabella Kruger,
Shine Alvin Kruger,
Kyle Cruz,
Alyssa Crush,
Timothy Kubik,
Katie Cumling,
Jordy Lanez,
Dylan Lamb,
Thomas Lane,
Tristan Lang,
Denise Laranaga Rea,
Heidi Laranaga Lara,
Devin Larson,
Jake Larson,
Bradley Larson,
Chase Lather,
Sydney Lather,
Tayden Lenling,
Jacob Leonard,
Eric Levitt,
Emily Lay,
Jonathan Lickus,
Devin Lean,
Brandon Lilo,
Morgan Lowe,
Grace Leschke,
Mark Luth,
Carlos Lopez,
Guillermo Lopez Carreno,
Juan Lopez Reyes,
Alex Ludens,
Carter Lewing,
Jackson Lunstra,
Colin Mag,
Mary Frances Mahone,
Avut Majak,
Nathan Mallard,
Alex Mumby,
Ruben Marivea Hernandez,
Maya Mariano,
Amy Marroquin,
Stephanie Mariquin Alvarez,
Jaden Martinez,
Elijah Matthews,
Eliza McCollum,
Griffin McKinney,
So May,
Emmanuel Michael,
Karina Mirzayantis,
Morgan Mitchell,
Thomas Mitchell,
April Moen,
Amina Mohammed,
Susie Mohammed Monte,
Daniela Mancado,
Nayali Moratia Mian,
Samuel Mosier,
Michaela Macau,
Mason Mueller,
Emma Muhlenberg,
Jolie Mutonai,
Gibson Myers,
Cern Nankiville,
Caitlin Nardillo,
Madeline Nelson,
Isaiah Neshin,
Ranika Nichols,
Helen Negus,
Severin Shamirimana,
Abdi Omar,
Lily Ormseth,
Jessica Ortiz,
Kaylee Ortiz,
Luke Willett,
Justin Padilla Lucero,
Keaton Parrish,
Patrick Paul,
Vadim Pavlis,
Anna Pedro,
Maria Pedro Sebastian,
Lisu Pena,
Angel Perez,
Cameron Peters,
Benjamin Peterson,
Xander Peterson,
Todor Petrovic,
Laura Peterson,
Nyanda Phillips,
Emmeline Pimentel,
Alejandro Pena,
Jasmine Pigeon,
Alexis Pliska,
Sagat Pradha,
Carson Price,
Arjun Rai,
Ashmita Rai,
Depesh Rai,
Manuka Rai,
Regina Rai,
Sagar Rai,
Sumitra Rai,
Sunita Rai,
Odetta Romadani,
Moses Ray,
Jayla Raymond,
Gabrielle Reck,
Lydia Retta,
Bay Ray,
Lee Ray,
Wyatt Reitmeyer,
Daniel Renoza,
Megan Richardson,
Fisher Reichert,
Hunter Reckert,
Isaiah Rivera,
Vetley Rodriguez,
Yorlini Rodriguez,
Brenda Rodriguez Oria,
Jose Rogel Silva,
Trinity Rosenberg,
Ryan Rushoff,
Kyle Rigg,
David Ryman,
Elias Sadi,
Shanite Sudi,
Trevor Sagnas,
Huroni Sahilan,
Brian Salas,
Doratu Salasu,
Esmeralda Sanchez,
Alejandro Sanchez Jr.,
Tyler Samble,
Skyla Sanders,
Prem Sanyasi,
Rajana Sanyansi,
Veronica Semchenko,
Victor Savchenko,
Thomas Scandon,
Logan Schaefer,
Liz Shavy,
Sarah Shavy,
Dagan Schramm,
Kemmer Schramm,
Jesse Schreiber,
Kevin Schumacher,
Meadow Scott,
Jackson Simariyango,
Manavone Singchan,
Caitlin Seaton,
Caitlin Severson,
Omar Sharif,
Angelique Shaw,
Galpo Sherpa,
Pema Sherpa,
Nicholas Seiler,
Nicholas Sick,
Dante Sixtoes,
Macy Skiles,
Jonathan Skinner,
Rebecca Small,
Caleb Smith,
Eric Smith,
Miller Sauter Bishop,
Alexander Spalding,
Sean Stanek,
Amaya Stansbury,
Abigail Stagenga,
Alexander Summers,
Amani Sunganra,
Talik Savantos,
Madison Tubaro,
Melvin Tia,
Tristan Terraza,
Addison Thee,
Jamie Thomas,
Spencer Thomas,
Gannon Thompson,
Jenna Thorstensen,
Jordan Thu,
Simon Teedy,
Svetlana Tintor,
Yoa Tonyek,
Emmanuel Tor,
Tanner Truog,
Nileda Turok,
Kim Ewing,
Immaculée Unu Tessi,
Caleb Underberg,
Amar Uram,
Mason Vandermotten,
Abby Van Meteren,
Cassidy Venort,
Abigail Van Western,
Yasuri Belikez,
Randy Villafone,
Lauren Visser,
Anna Vroman,
Alyssa Wagman,
Jordan Waltman,
Jeremiah Weber,
Justin Weber,
Emily Weisenberger,
Demarcus Weldon,
Ashton Wessels,
Elizabeth West,
Blake Y,
Haley Wheeler,
Malik White Dog,
Nathan Wick,
Zachary Wiederick,
Kayla Waringa,
Jaden Weiser,
Shannon Wiley,
Asher Williams,
Kaylin Williams,
Brianna Wilson,
Brooke Wilson,
Hunter Wilson,
Garrett Winblade,
Alyssa Wiseman,
Abigail Witt,
Caitlin Wolfgang,
Kylie Wood,
Markayla Woodard,
Max Woods,
Mackenzie Wienya,
Mercy Zamora,
Wukovu Zawadi,
Aaron Zacharias,
Danica Zimmer.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it is my honor and privilege to present to you the graduated class of 2020. Congratulations, Warriors.
Do you love the rain? Does it make you dance when you're drunk with your friends at a party? What's your favorite song? Does it make you smile? Do you think of me? When you close your eyes, tell me, what are you dreaming? Everything I wanna know it all. I'd spend 10,000 hours and 10,000 more. Oh, if that's what it takes to learn that sweet heart of yours. And I might never get there, but I'm gonna try. If it's 10,000 hours or the rest of my life, I'm gonna love you. Do you miss the road that you grew up on? Did you get your middle name from your grandma? When you think about you forever now, do you think of me? When you close your eyes, tell me, what are you dreaming? Everything I wanna know it all. I'd spend 10,000 hours and 10,000 more. Oh, if that's what it takes to learn that sweetheart of yours. And I might never get there, but I'm gonna try. If it's 10,000 hours or the rest of my life, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. Oh, want the good and the bad, everything in between. Oh, that'll cure my curiosity. Oh yeah, I'd spend 10,000 hours and 10,000 more. Oh, if that's what it takes to learn that sweetheart of yours. And I might never get there, but I'm gonna try. If it's 10,000 hours or the rest of my life, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. Yeah. And I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Hey. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back, yo. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost, and I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feels like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, and you know I'll never drop. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday, yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here but you're not, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back your memories bring back your memories bring back your memories bring back your.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I'd become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon, we just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far, I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars, I've been around. I felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes.
The 2019-2020 school year began like many others, normally. School began Thursday, August 22nd. As the fall semester began, homecoming, concerts, fall sports, and other activities went on as normal. After the holiday break, the second semester began normally too. But by mid-March, things would look very different. During the course of the school year, at the district level, Superintendent Dr. Brian Maher announced his resignation from the Sioux Falls School District, and the school board named Dr. Jane Stavum as his replacement, who would take over on July 1st, 2020. Over the course of several meetings, a community task force had taken up the tough job of redrawing school boundary lines to accommodate a growing district, while the new schools, Thomas Jefferson High School and Ben Rifle Middle School, began to take shape in preparation of their opening during the fall of 2021. The first known linked cases of COVID-19, then referred to simply as the coronavirus, began to appear in China on December 31st, 2019. The first known case in the United States was reported on January 19th, 2020. By January 30th, the World Health Organization would declare a global health emergency. As the virus rapidly spread across the globe, notably in cruise ships and among travelers who didn't know they had the disease, countries outside of China began regional or nationwide lockdowns by mid to late February. On March 10th, South Dakota had its first confirmed case of COVID-19. On March 12th, the Sioux Falls School District suspended all non-essential activities until further notice, which happened to include a community engagement meeting scheduled to take place that night at Memorial Middle School about the boundary issue. This included concerts, plays, sports events, community education classes, and much more. On March 13th, President Trump declared a national emergency. And also on that day, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem recommended that all South Dakota schools close for the following week. District officials sent out information to families about the closure. Spring break was scheduled for Thursday and Friday, March 19th and 20th. So for the time being, the remaining 3 days, Monday through Wednesday, March 16th through 18th, were going to be treated as snow days. However, by the end of the day on March 13th, in preparation for a potential longer-term closure, most students were sent home with their Chromebooks, or they were able to obtain them in the following days. Within a few days, schools across the state were closed for an additional week, and activities like the state basketball tournament were pushed back until April. Then, on March 24th, Governor Noem announced schools would be closed until May. On April 6th, she announced schools would be closed for the remainder of the school year, and all activities were canceled. As the Sioux Falls School District adapted to remote learning, so did students and their parents. Students without internet connection or devices at home were provided hard copy packets, which could be picked up at schools or were delivered by school buses. School breakfasts and lunches were provided at sites across Sioux Falls and distributed via bus routes throughout neighborhoods. Educators and students reached each other through online formats like Zoom meetings, Google Hangouts, and Skype, while teachers also used YouTube, Google Drive, Loom, and other methods to post videos or discussions online. Throughout daily briefings from state and local leaders, as the number of cases grew in South Dakota and Sioux Falls, the guidelines continued to fluctuate. Groups of 10 or more were discouraged. Many local businesses, like those across the world, closed their doors. By mid-April, it was recommended that people wear masks and gloves in public places to prevent the asymptomatic spread of the disease. Parks and playgrounds were closed. Basketball hoops were taken down. Summer sports seasons were pushed back. Summer camps across the state closed for the year. Economic hardships took hold for many, and the term social distancing was adopted into daily speech. There was a yeast shortage, but that was after people had already begun hoarding toilet paper. Many words have been used to describe this time, in email messages, ads on TV and social media, and even in our own conversations. Unprecedented, uncertain, new normal. But for you, the Washington High School class of 2020, there was nothing normal about your senior year. The culmination of many years of hard work was never seen. Events you'd look forward to, maybe for years, didn't happen. The final days in your high school hallways took place long before we realized they would be your last. We can't meet in person right now to celebrate your achievements, but we're still proud to celebrate them. This isn't the graduation you and your families likely hoped for, and certainly not the one you deserved. But we're proud to honor you today with this virtual ceremony.